PlayStation senior VP fired after allegedly appearing in amateur paedophile sting video. Oh, so that's why the PS5 has no games, because they're all busy nonce on wanes. Uh, so Sony Interactive Entertainment have fired senior VP George Casiopo, and this is what made it brilliant, right? Like you see how those like pedo hunter people, like those are the ones that caught him. Motherfucker even answered the door in a PS5 t-shirt. Uh, VP George Casiopo after he allegedly appeared in an amateur paedophile sting video. Editors note at this time, and to our knowledge, no charges have been made against George Casiopo. Reader discretion is advised. So basically, yeah, I'm just reading the article. I'm not making any accusations because I don't want to. People versus Preds is a YouTube channel dedicated to exposing individuals attempting to groom and solicit sex from children. This includes masquerading as underage users. They claimed the individual in their latest video was Senior Vice President of PlayStation Network, George Casiopo. The group used a decoy in what appears to be a gay dating app Grindr, dated October the 10th and December the 3rd. The alleged chat logs, downloadable for a short time here, also shared on Twitter here, show who they claim to be. Is it Cacioppo? I have no idea, man. You know, tagliatelle, spaghetti, Ferrari. Seeking oral sex from someone he believed to be a 15-year-old boy. That account initiated the conversation, offering oral sex and sending pictures of a penis. The decoy account stated, "I think we've talked before, I'm only 14, please don't be mad, and I can keep a secret." My God. The alleged Casiopo account did not break off contact after this point and asked for photos of the decoy's penis again. I admire a determined. No, I'm not making jokes about that. The account then asked about the decoy's sexual history, with the decoy replying with fake stories. The decoy offered to meet. Whether this meeting went ahead is unclear. I thought the meeting was. Oh, right, okay, this is just another part of the chat. So I was like, but I thought the meeting happened. Where did they get the video from then? But this must have just been another thing. The second time the alleged Casiopo account contacted the decoy stated he was finally 15. I'm finally 15. It's still illegal. Fuck off. I'm finally 15, as if that's a great thing. Fuck's sake. While the account asked, "Are you really 15 and how old are you?" he did not break off conversation. The account then asked and discussed sexual stories with the decoy, such as first sexual experiences, asked for photos of the decoy's penis, and offered and requested oral sex. This second conversation was when the account sent his GPS location, a function of the dating app. After this, the decoy managed to convince the account to use his real phone number. 47-year-old Jeff, according to the chat logs, was now 64-year-old George. The decoy managed to convince that number to send a screen cap of their app conversation, further linking the two, and a photo of themselves. The image highly resembles Cacioppo, even wearing a PlayStation 5 t-shirt. The decoy reiterated once again that he was 15 and the account holder did not break off the meeting. The decoy then met up publicly with the account holder, seemingly in front of his house. While the decoy kept a high-pitched voice for a few moments, they then turned on the lights on their camera and asked, "Who are you here to meet tonight, Jeff? Why don't you have a seat? Why don't you have a seat right down over there? Have a seat. Have a seat, Michael." After this, the account holder in his PS5 shirt. I still can't believe. I still get. Yeah, I work at PlayStation. If you, I can ban whoever you want if you suck my dick. My dad works at Minecraft. Resembling the man in the photos and the text messages, went inside the house. "We can have a conversation or I can call the cops, Jeff," the decoy stated. Jeff said no and closed the door. The decoy then yelled openly what Jeff had done and that he was calling the cops. The decoy offered again to have a conversation or get loud using a smart doorbell. Jeff played its automated message, "May I know the purpose of your visit?" As such, the decoy continued to yell and shone his torch through the upstairs window. It is unclear if the police were called, arrived, or made charges. Some other videos on the People vs Preds channel have shown the police arrive and make arrests. The channel also does not appear to make follow-up videos regarding prosecution, though one video allegedly shows a registered sex offender being released while one of their own group was detained. Sony Interactive Entertainment fired George Cacioppo, as stated in an email to CNET. Sony stated, "We are aware of the situation and the employee in question has been terminated from employment." Cacioppo did not respond to comment when CNET reached out to him via LinkedIn. This comes after Sony Interactive Entertainment President and CEO Jim Ryan was disheartened and stunned at the sexual harassment and discrimination allegations surrounding Activision and Blizzard. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's going to be a whole other story right now. So, like, I know, I'm laughing. I know I'm making jokes that he's like the VP for Sony, and he turns up to the door with his fucking with a PS5 shirt on, and I'm like that, and I'm making jokes and I'm laughing and stuff like that. But it's not a funny story. It's not funny, right? The one thing that like people always ask about is how do I feel about these, like, essentially, like, to catch a predator groups, like, or pedo hunters, or what people want to call them? I think they're great. I think they're a fantastic thing, because one of the best things that I believe that can be out there is, the same reason that, why do people not want to commit crime? Well, because they're worried about getting arrested and stuff like that. Why do people not just run around smashing people over the head with bats and everything? Because they're worried about getting arrested. It's because that little thing lingering there in the distance makes them reconsider their actions and makes them not want to do it. And basically, if there are a lot of these groups out there operating, then if a pedo wants to go online and try and groom a child, then, he might think twice. He might go, no, I'm just not going to do it, and I'm never going to do it, and that's a wonderful, fantastic thing. And then if they do it, and these guys catch them and pass their information over to the police, then that's one nonce off the street. Now 8 nonces, 8 nonces. Love me, pedo hunters. Simple as. But yeah, I do think it's a good thing, as long as they don't do anything that'll overall jeopardize the case. Because I know guys that have went up and, like, not personally, but I know of some videos where they've went up and they've started, like, fucking hitting the guy and beating him up and shit like that, and then apparently that can overall, like, affect the trial, because then apparently the defense lawyers can say, oh, because he was surrounded and threatened and being punched and kicked, everything he said, like, all his confessions were made under duress, and he can argue that successfully in court, and then that could fuck up the guy getting convicted, like, at all. So that's why those groups that do that, I don't like that. But then you get the smart ones that they know exactly how to conduct themselves and how to do the entire thing without jeopardizing the trial. They collate everything they've got, they hand it over to the police, and then they don't do anything that will, prevent them from getting a guilty verdict. So those ones I like, those ones I enjoy. And these guys always being out there, the little hidden terror, if some nonce wants to go and message a 12-year-old, is that really a 12-year-old, or is it the pedo hunters, right? So I like that. I like it as a preventative measure. I think it's a good thing. However, PlayStation, how about actually making some games for the PS5 instead of noncing on Wayne's?